Yeah, good morning again. As introduced, my name is Brian. I work with the Commission for Lands in Zanzibar. I don't know what I consider GIS practitioner or ICT practitioner because I do both. I did my first bachelor degree in ICT, and then I did my master's degree in GIS. Mostly I develop platforms or systems, computer systems using GIS. So like one side we have database and data structures, and the other side we have GIS, and then what I do is try to connect the two. Like you have a system and then you connect the GIS element in it, and the end product is a system that is, or solution that is totally or 100% GIS based. And we've done that in different areas. I'll just start maybe perhaps later. But now I would like to at least mention what we are currently doing in Zanzibar in terms of GIS. So right now we have at least maybe two initiatives that are GIS based. One of them is NSDI, National Data Infrastructure. In Zanzibar we call it ZANSDI, Zanzibar Spatial Data Infrastructure. We have had that initiative for quite a long time, and we have seen a lot of failures. And in some way, I'm in the middle of that. Not the failures, but in the middle of like trying to make sure that the GIS somehow takes off in Zanzibar. And right now, so we have initiated this initiative again. And currently we have two tracks, or like we have two approaches. Maybe I should mention also another initiative, and that is the development of land information system in Zanzibar. So we are in very advanced stages of making sure that Zanzibar should have the land information systems. The inspiration came from mainland, from ILMIS. I'm sure most of all of you know about ILMIS. So the inspiration comes from ILMIS, but our aim is to have a product that is much better than ILMIS. I'm not trying to downgrade the ILMIS, but then we learn from the mistake that was done in the implementation of ILMIS, and we're trying to come up with something that could be somehow robust and could be somehow very comprehensive and complex. So what we're doing right now as we speak is that we have NSDI capacity building program that is currently going on in Zanzibar. And this is funded by the World Bank and Korean Trust Fund. The aim of this product is to capacitate staff who are supposed to be working on this. And this is done on all levels of within government. We have collected names and profiles of practitioners or government employees from different organizations. So we have people from ZRI, Zanzibar Revenue Authority, we have people from Forestry, we have people from Zanzibar Environmental Management Agency, we have people from CODA, that is Commission for Land. So in Commission for Land, we have people from Survey Department, we have Land Department, we have Government Water Planning Department, we have valuers, we have people from municipal councils. So we have this training program that focuses on development of ICT capacities and GIS capacities to all of this stuff, so that in the other project now, the ZANSDI, so we have another project that is the procurement of ZANSDI, that is we should have systems and everything in place to make sure that this day takes place. So we can't have that without having these people now trained to be able to operate business here. And for us, I would say that it's somehow easier compared to in mainland to organize these people and make sure that, because it's just a matter of writing a letter saying, oh, we need people from your department, we need people from each, so that they can sit down, have this capacity building program, and then at the end of the day, they go back to their offices and be able to produce, create data that will be used for this SDM. And the approach that was used is a use case basis. By that I mean that each department comes with their use case. For example, forestry, say, our use case is to maybe map forestry or map the species and stuff, and then we train them on doing whatever they are doing based on their use cases. They are provided with tools and workstations and all the equipment necessary for that. They produce data schemas before doing that. So data schema is produced saying that, okay, in forestry we have this sort of data, so data schemas are produced, then they go to the field. They do whatever they are supposed to be doing, like creating those use cases in practice, and then they upload them to the servers. So this is the idea. Then there will be that point of sharing this data that was created right there. Then another project now, we have the mention about Zanzibar LARIS, Land Administration Registration Information System. So we know that in STI, we have 5 components. We have people, we have technology, we have metadata, we have governance structure, and then we have data itself. And the policy. The structure also encompasses the policies. So, and then we have 2 types of data. We have core data and then we have thematic data. So the core data for this STI that we are currently envisioning is that it should be produced by the Commission for Land through this land administration project. So for this project we have core data. Core data is the data that is non-thematic biased, so that everybody can use such data. But the individual institutions will be able to produce their thematic data and upload them in the main STI system, which has like two parts. One, the main STI system, and then there are going to be sub-STI systems or thematic systems for each of the organizations. And these systems should be able to read data from each other. So like the main STI should be able to read data from core data that is hosted by the Commission for Land. And we are proposing to establish a Zanzibar Land Information Center, and then individual organizations should be able to have their own data stored in their own servers, but then they should also be able to transact data, that is uploading and downloading data from the main STI, where users now can access that, all this data from the main STI, based on the rules, based on the regulation, and based on the policies. Last thing that I would like to mention about STI is the policies and regulations. So for us, it's been easier because we have mentioned STI in our land policy of 2018. That was released in 2020. So we clearly mentioned that the Ministry of Land, through Commission for Land, shall be responsible for the establishment of Zanzibar statutory infrastructure. And currently, we are proposing new laws, and that is to include STI like directly into the proposed law, land laws. And the only heading that we had, I was asked that question. Which department do you think should replace these new acts, SDA acts under? Is it Department of Survey, is it Department of Urban Planning? And personally, that was the question, personal question that I was asked. In my mind was like, how can we have SDA under both? Urban and Rural Planning Department, and Survey, and Marketing Department? This is just my thinking. But now I've had the director here mentioning that maybe the Ministry of Infrastructure should be responsible for that. In our case, we initially thought of like giving that role to the Ministry of Information, Infrastructure Information, but they don't have these what we call champions to facilitate that. They won't feel the ownership of that role. Then we thought of NBS, our NBS, but then still they are kind of limited in technologies, in these initiatives, in having this sort of project that we, Ministry of Land, are coming up with. And then we also sort of Zanzibar Planning Commission, but we decided to have members from each of these organizations, and then the STA shall sit or shall be hosted and managed by the Ministry of Land. We also mentioned about MSP. MSP means Marine Spatial Planning. And this is under the Ministry of Economy. But then we have people from Commission for Land, especially people from the Department of Urban Rural Planning, who are part of that project. And then I agreed, not like actually agreement, but I agreed with those people that at the end of the day, after you have all this, whatever data set that will be produced under MSP, Marine Spatial Planning, should be hosted by this SDI that was speaking. So at the end of the day, that data will be this is just preliminary agreement that data from Marine Spatial Planning, because one